Make a bigger hole. Hey everybody, it's Fancy. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me for a little bit today. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Today, as you can see behind us, we have this lovely ball gown. But the issue is that she doesn't fit. Now, I got this ball gown at a thrift shop probably sometime last year. Honestly, I've had it for a while. It was like $12 and I knew it didn't fit, but I was like, it's $12 and it's a pretty shiny black ball gown, A-line with pockets. It's got this lovely like front pocket here. I want to make this baby fit me, so that's what we're going to do today. I've already set my dress dummy to my like in drag measurements. It's quite a bit smaller through the waist than I naturally am, and also like the way that I get into drag, my boobs end up like way up here under my chin. So I've already set the measurements on the dummy, and so this is how the dress, like if I put it on myself while I'm in drag, in my like drag body, this is how she fits. She doesn't zip. Now I have like way bigger plans for this dress than just the dress. The dress is really not like going to be the star of the show of like the final look, but I just wanted to do this because I've done this with other dresses before where like it was too small and I pulled it up and cinched it in, and have done different things. There's lots of different approaches that you can take to fix something like this. I'm gonna go the really bare bones simplest route and simply weave in some ribbon to sort of make like a mock corset back. And the way that I've done it before and the way that it's gonna work is because I use a wider ribbon and I'll use really close holes. There just won't be any gap. You won't see any skin through here. And also, because of my plans for this dress, the back of it really doesn't matter, because I plan to make this like really epic dramatic coat to go with this dress. So that's gonna be a video coming up soon, so keep your eye out for that. But in the end, I wanted it to at least look finished, even without a coat. Now, the way that I want to do this is I'm going to leave the zipper in. I'm not gonna remove the zipper. I'm just gonna save myself the sanity of taking out the zipper and then fixing like this, because this is a dual layer thing. It's got a lining and it's got the outer dress. So I just wanna like maintain the integrity of the garment like without fudging with it too much, because I really, like I said, the dress is not gonna be the star of the show for the look. So I'm gonna leave the zipper in, which will also make it fully sort of adjustable, customizable, because it'll still be able to zip up and be true to size. It'll just have the lacing over the top of the zipper, but you'll still be able to, you know, bring it all the way down to, I want to say it's like a size 10, or it'll be able to open out to fit where it'll fit me in my drag body. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's talk about what you're gonna need. First of all, you're obviously going to need your ribbon. Now this is a 7/8 inch wide by 21 foot spool of ribbon, so it's plenty of yardage of ribbon for me to work with to make my my lace up back. You're also going to need a nice, really sharp pair of scissors, or even like a knife would work. You're also going to need a measuring tape. I've had this little lady a long time, like well over 20 years. I've had this a long time. You're going to need something to mark your fabric. This is a Crayola oil pastel. You can really use anything, chalk, but I found this laying around, so I'm gonna use that. And then now this, I don't have a lighter. I do have my little owl candle here that I am going to dip this popsicle stick in to make like a little torch to sort of finish off my ribbon. One other thing, when you're lacing it through, you're gonna want some, I use Scotch tape. I just like sort of like make like a stick, you know, like the end of like a shoelace to lace through my holes. And then at the end I take the tape off, and that's when I snip it and do the flame. So we'll get into all that, but so I brought her up here up close and personal so we can get this going. What I'm going to do is just sort of figure out an increment of spacing that I want along each side of the zipper, and then make my markings. Ribbon being 7/8, what was I thinking? Maybe like a 1/2 inch? I don't know, that might be too close. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 1/2 inch spaced holes starting right here. I'm also, you can sort of like feel the like roundness of the zipper, and you want to make sure if you're keeping the zipper on, you know, if you're trying to do this with a dress. I'm gonna try to keep maybe like a 1/4 inch away from the zipper. I'm gonna make dots at 1/2 inch increments along the zipper here. I'm gonna just do like a little, every, yeah, 1/2 inch. I'm just gonna repeat this up the other side. All right, so that step's done. We've marked all of our holes. Now the pain in the tush part is we have to now snip all of our holes. I think I'm gonna work my way from the bottom up to here. I'm probably not gonna cut this last hole, so we may only have 15. I think we're just gonna have 15 holes on each side, not 16. I have 16 marked, but now that I'm looking at it, the 16th is sort of like right in the seam of the top, so I don't know. Neither here nor there. It's time to get snipping. And we'll just fold it and snip like that. Build it. There we go. So basically you just want to do that for each hole all the way up both sides. So that could take it's gonna take a few minutes, so I'm just gonna keep on chucking here. Okay, so the holes have been cut. I made sure that it went through the outside layer and the inside layer of the lining so that we could easily thread the ribbon through. Now, we have to prep our ribbon. I'm gonna use the entire roll pretty much. I'm just gonna trim off this piece with the tape at the end. And each end of this, I'm going to roll it up sort of just like if it was the end of a shoestring. Using the Scotch tape, I just sort of like make a little twisty, like a stick almost. It just makes it really stiff and easy to sort of poke through easier to poke through the fabric this way. So that's why I do that. So I do that on the one end, and then it never ends. Okay, and here's the other end. Snip off that ribbon, that tape, excuse me. Twist it. And then just sort of roll it up again and makes me my little shoestring ends. I like to thread, or excuse me, I like to, thread it top down. I find that it makes it a little bit easier to manage the corset back that way. All right, so I find my centers, or excuse me, I find my ends. I'm going to feed them through the top of each side. Usually once I get the first one, the rest kind of will fall into place fairly easy. I don't know why that is, but now you want to get stuck. Really cute. Okay, so I'm feeling like based on that little fight that I had, I need to go through and like bore these holes a little bit better. I didn't want to like rip the fabric, but it's definitely going to need, it needs these holes need to be bigger. So I'm just going to do that. Just kind of like poke it through, twist my scissors a little bit, just makes it a little bit easier to poke through. I'm going to do that. I'm not going to film all of it. All right, so I fixed the holes so that it should be way easier to get each of these, get these through here. So like I did before, I put the right side through the top right, and I'm gonna through the top left side. All right, so then once I get it through the top, then I just pull the ribbon. There we go. And I don't want to pull it too tight. Ooh, we want it to go underneath, not over. We've got a nice straight line across the top, which is what we wanted. So then we want to do a crisscross. Now I'm going to feed it from the outside in each time. So my next hole down over here, find, yeah, it's gonna go a lot easier this time. Pull this through. I'm gonna pull it underneath too. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure it goes underneath. Okay, and then same thing over here. Line it up, push it through, pull it down, okay. And we crisscross. There she goes. Then we're just gonna repeat the pattern all the way down. I'm down to the last 3 on each side. We cross over, feed this one through the top. All right, last one. Good. All right, and then the last one over here on this side. All right, there we have it, folks. Now the only thing I might be a little concerned about is where the strap is, but I don't know. Worst come to worst, I'll snip it off and make it like a halter. But I think it should stay on. Like the next step really is to put on my drag body and try it on, which I will do for this video. I'm gonna insert a clip of me, you know, modeling it as it is without a coat at this time. So our final step is to try on the dress, see how it fits, maybe make some adjustments here or there, but generally this should work. I'm pretty confident. I've done a few of these. All right, and that's that. Super, super simple. I want to thank you guys again so much for being here today and hanging out with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. If you don't want to do any of that, that's fine also. I'm just really glad you're here watching and hanging out with me. You can follow me on my other social media. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I do have a Snapchat, though I really never use it, and I have a TikTok as well, but I have literally never used it. I feel like I'm probably just gonna have to give up. Nobody's ever gonna teach me how to do TikTok, but such is life. Anyway, thanks so much for being here, you guys, and I will see you on the next one.